I was expecting a cozy weekend at my new Airbnb apartment near the mountains. This place always gave me shivers of horror, as it was located on the outskirts of the town. But I neglected the negative thoughts and tried to enjoy the mountains. But who knew that my fear was going to become reality and would haunt me throughout my life? The first night I got up too early, around 2 a.m., to a very strange noise coming from the kitchen. When I went there, the kitchen gave a very scary look. The noise was increasing as I moved towards the kitchen. At first, I thought that it might be a cat outside, but after a moment I heard footsteps. This took my breath out of my chest. When I turned on the lights to see the cause, I saw that the cupboards were wide open as if someone was there examining them. Suddenly, I saw the kitchen door opening by itself and the sound of someone running, but I saw no one there. It made me realize that something was wrong with this place. After some days, I came to know about the horrific Airbnb encounter that happened to my cousin Mike. He and his girlfriend rented a very beautiful cottage in the middle of nowhere. The first night was very peaceful, but things became ugly very quickly the second day. While they were sitting outside in the garden, they saw an old man sitting on a chair in the neighboring property, staring at them with a death stare. At first they neglected it, but after some time it became a thing of concern to them, as when they moved inside, the old man was sitting on the same chair and looking towards them. Late at night, when they were about to sleep, they heard a scratching sound on the window. Mike thought that it might be a cat, but it was increasing gradually. Mike looked for the reason, but no one was there around the windows. He went outside the house and still found nothing. He came back, and his girlfriend went into the room. After a moment, they heard a girl scream, and immediately the glass of all the windows burst. Mike's girlfriend was about to faint after this breathtaking accident. They decided to leave the place immediately. When they asked the owner, he said that the old man in the neighborhood had died a year ago. A similar horrible Airbnb encounter occurred with my friend John. He was the owner of the Airbnb compartment and was living on the first floor. A guy rented the ground floor for 2 days. The guy seemed to be a nice person. Everything was normal with that person. It was the time of the corona pandemic and everyone was in quarantine. At night, I went to his floor to discuss the rent. After discussing the rent, I went back to my floor, and what I saw took my breath out of my chest. I asked him how he got there as he was on the ground floor. He said that he was swift when John left. John neglected it and went to his room at night. While he was struggling to sleep, he heard a scream. John was shivering with fear. He immediately went out of the room to find the cause, but found nothing. Later, sometimes he saw the guy outside his bedroom. He asked him, but he said that he didn't hear anything. I went down to look for the reason. There were muddy footsteps on the ground floor. When I went upstairs to ask the guy about that, he was not there. He was more of a disappearing ghost. He was nowhere in the apartment. When I looked at the documents of the guy, I came to know that he was already dead.